Hi, this is Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about our Winter Solstice 2022. Now, this is a video that I am doing my, I think, 7th or 8th try on because I have had so many issues with sound. So I'm hoping that this sounds really good and that you can hear me. We're doing this. So let's talk about our winter solstice. Our winter solstice always comes on December 21st. And this year we have a lot of planetary energies involved into our kind of like an Earth kind of celebration. So one of the things that happens is during our winter solstice, the Northern Hemisphere has the shortest day and the longest night. And in the Southern Hemisphere, they have the longest day and the shortest night. And they're in summertime, and so they're celebrating their celebrations of light and energy and healing in the light. And we get to celebrate healing in the dark. That's kind of the fun part. This is celebrations that our ancestors have been working on or doing for generations and thousands of years, is celebrating this time of year. And for us, a lot of us are really celebrating on this date because we have our sun moving into the sign of Capricorn. And Capricorn is ruled by planet Saturn, and Saturn has a lot of energy during this time frame. So a lot of the festivals that our ancestors used to partake in had a lot of Saturn energy into it. And so this is kind of a great way to kind of discover our gifting to ourselves, gifting to others, and decorating as well. This is one of the reasons why we decorate a Christmas tree. I know that sounds really like, yes. So let's talk about our winter solstice. One of the things that's really important to understand is during this time frame, during this winter solstice, our veil between our worlds and higher dimensions becomes very, very thin. And so this is a great time if you have been doing a lot of work on you and clearing things out and healing things and moving forward. This is a great time to kind of kick that into gear even more. And it's going to bring us a lot brand new energy, a lot of brand new energy kind of moving forward. And so this is a great time to really celebrate this and move into a healed state. Saturn comes in, and Saturn is considered the Lord of Karma. I know, karma is like something that most people don't even want to consider, don't even want to think about, don't even want to, no, I don't want to hear anything about it. But because of that, it's one of those, a lot of people think of karma as only bad karma, and karma isn't always bad. Karma, just like everything else, has a good side and a negative side. A good side and a not so good side. I know. So let's talk about this. This negative side of karma usually comes from people that have a lot of negative karma because they're afraid that they're going to have to kind of like repent or kind of like clear that out or kind of deal with this things that they've done to other people. They feel like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to, make amends to all of this, and that's overwhelming. It's not necessarily so. What it is karma comes back at us. Whatever we send out, we get back. And it's usually not right away, like I'm sending out good karma and I get something good back. It doesn't usually happen that way. We send out karma, or we do things for other people, which is our sending out our karma, and then eventually something comes back to us. There is always a time delay with karma. It's never like instant. I know there's a lot of videos out there with like this instant karma, and that could be for something they did before, but I guarantee you sometimes it seems really funny that it happens right away. Sometimes it does, but I guarantee you, usually there's a time delay in there of something that you've done that to someone else on purpose or not on purpose that eventually hurt someone else. And your part of that was to kind of like make amends and move forward. And so that's kind of the interesting part, like make amends and move forward. So let's talk about more about our Saturn connection in all of this. So one of the things that really is important for us to understand is just a few years ago, in the early 2020s, I will tell you that Saturn moved into the sign of Aquarius. And really this was supposed to kind of bring in a lot of amazing traits for us, kind of bringing us into like one conglomerate group of like bringing all of this energy amazingly forward. And people are like, wait, in 2020 we were all separated. I know. I'm going to explain that as well. So really, for us to understand, prior to 2020, we were always together. We grocery shopped together, we did things together, we got in cars together, we did all kinds of stuff, buses, trains, planes, all that kind of stuff. And for us to really appreciate what we were going through, this togetherness that we had, we really didn't kind of deal with that karma of it very well because we didn't always treat everybody else with kindness or respect. A lot of times people had this negative energy going out and they treated other people badly, poorly, didn't treat people well. And so now that's kind of coming back for all of us to kind of clear up, because maybe you didn't do it, but maybe you saw it and didn't say anything. I know, interesting. So really, Saturn in our age of Aquarius is all about bringing us together. And this has been going on for quite a number of years, since 2020. But I will tell you that Saturn is kind of always moving us into new energies so we can kind of really make new choices. And I guarantee you there are a lot of people that are really amping this up, and this is a great thing. So when in 2020, when we were told to like separate from everybody, it kind of really made us like really look at like how separate we really were. A lot of people were arguing and fussing and fighting like we have different points of view. And instead of trying to see everybody on the same page or trying to listen to everybody's side of things, people were like, nope, I'm not listening, I'm not listening, I'm not listening. And now that we've been going through that for a couple of years now, it's like, wow. We really get to see this from a different perspective. And as we kind of come back together in this kind of post-COVID time frame, people are really understanding that I see it everywhere. And if you've been looking out, you might see it as well. I see a lot of people being more kind. I see a lot more people being more nice with their energy, allowing other people their energy, kind of like an understanding like we were so separate for so long, and now we get to enjoy this time of being together, this togetherness that we didn't have before, this togetherness that a lot of people really took for granted, and I know I did, taking that togetherness for granted, and now we get to kind of see this from a different perspective. One of the other things I think is really important to understand during this new age of Aquarius is maybe all of this darkness and corruption that we've been seeing around us has been kind of floating to the top. And I often get that it's kind of been floating up to the top so we can see it and we can release it and let it go. Making space for what's new in our new age to come in. Because a lot of times people were seeing corruption, or they were seeing this, or they were seeing things, but they didn't say anything. And now you see a lot of people like calling things on it. This is incorrect, or this is inaccurate. And you're seeing a lot of people kind of bringing that energy forward. That's kind of our Pluto energy of kind of bringing things that people wanted to hide prior to this, bringing it out and bringing it up so it can be cleared off. It's not for no reason. It was a reason. There's a definite reason in all of this, is to bring this forward so we can have a new healed state for all of us. Because if we don't allow one person to have a voice, we kind of like withhold our voice from everybody else. And that's not good. That is so not good. Saturn really holds the key for all of this. Saturn calls for us to work through our karma, not just release it, but work through it, so we can embody new ideas and new futures for all of us, because we are all interconnected. If one person hurts someone else, it really does hurt the collective. It hurts everybody. During the golden age, way back when, there weren't a lot of rules. There weren't a lot of laws required during that time frame, because everybody was doing what they knew that they had to do, and kind of doing what they were capable of doing, and kind of like capable of healing, capable of communication, capable of healing with their words, capable of healing with their energy. And very, very few people got hurt during that time frame because everybody was like, we're all together. And then that energy kind of like disappeared and went away, and now we can allow this energy to come back to our world. So one of the great things about all of this is as we work through this and kind of clear off, as we kind of bring up the negative stuff to the top, we're able to clear that off. And that's kind of really talking about like so many different dimensions. It's kind of literally our earthly dimension, going from our earthly dimension of 4 to an earthly dimension of 5, and really amplifying our intuition, our insight, our abilities. And some of those abilities are amazing. Abilities to show and feel love, to work together to create and manifest new potentials and possibilities for everybody. Believing that our 5-dimensional world starts as soon as we all believe in it. As long as there's 51% of us on earth believing in this, we're all going to move that. And once we do, the people that don't agree are going to be changing their minds or moving away. They're going to be like, I don't want anything to do with this. And so this is a really great time for us to kind of really come together and come in this amazing action for us. So there are several stones that I love to incorporate when I'm doing a winter solstice meditation. One of them I really care for the most is Christocala. Christocala is a very gentle stone. It is kind of one of the gentlest stones that we can work with. It has a very natural peace, tranquility, and it also can really amp up our intuition and our patience and love towards each other. This is a stone that you really see kind of being mined all over the world, from Africa to the Americas, South America, North America, Canada. You'll see this in Asia and other places as well. And like I said, it's kind of all over. Everybody has this stone in there. Now, one of the things to understand that's kind of what's kind of commingled with the Christocala is malachite, turquoise, and azurite. And these kind of bring up a lot of healed energy for us. One of the things that's important is when you really look at a picture from Earth, you know what I'm saying, like from the moon, and you see it far away and you see this beautiful blue-green planet, one of the things that's really important to understand is that's what Christocala looks like. It's a beautiful blue-green, coppery color, and it really does remind me a lot of Earth when you look at those pictures from such a far away. And this brings in a lot of healing, a lot of harmony and inner wisdom, kind of bringing that forward, really guidance towards releasing the old things and kind of really nurturing the new energy within all of us. And when we kind of open up to that new energy, that new set of healing, not only for us, but other people as well, it really does work. When we really open up to that energy, it can really heal not only ourselves, but it heals everybody else around us. When I heal myself, it allows my family to heal. It allows my extended family to heal. It allows my friends and other people around me to kind of keep circling out over and over and over again from our healing words. Allowing me to heal allows my world to heal as well. I think it's really important to kind of really think about these energies and how they can really help us and really manufacture this new energy for ourselves. One of the things that I think is really cool about doing when I do a clearing meditation of like a winter solstice is one of the things to understand is taking a salt tub is kind of like step number one. Taking a cup of pink Himalayan sea salt, that fine grade, like you would take like cook with, kind of like that, pouring that in your tub and setting in that water. Literally the only thing you need out is your nose. You got to breathe. Everything else can be cleared off. And when you get out of that tub, you're going to feel amazing and cleared off and cleansed off. And then it's a great time to kind of really amplify our kind of dark night of the soul. Get into a place that is dark. It's one of those, light just a few candles, don't light too many of them. Really kind of sit down. What is the energy that's bubbling up now that you really, really must kind of connect into? What is that energy that you really have to kind of scrape off the top to get to that really good part? So as you do that, I would say kind of writing letters of apology to other people, kind of clearing out some of that energy, maybe even apologizing to yourself. Sometimes we're really mean to ourselves. Really, really mean to ourselves, allowing that to come in and heal. And it doesn't mean that you need to call the person up and apologize to them or send them the letter. Sometimes just releasing that energy, I think, really helps us heal more than anything else, is allowing us to heal our energy. Once you kind of like written a letter and kind of sent that energy, I would burn that letter. I would burn it with my candle and kind of just burn that out and kind of like send that up to the heavens, because that's the best place to send this negative energy, because we don't necessarily need the bad karma back. We don't need good karma. We just need to release it and let it go so we can have a new healed state, not only for ourselves, but like I said, our family, our friends, and moving outward from there. This is something that can really bring a great healing, not only for us, but for other people as well. Let's pull a couple of angel cards and get us a really great insight into all things winter solstice. Our first card is dignified, and this is all about the strength. We have the strength to clear this out. We definitely have the strength to heal this. We have the strength to move this energy forward and to bring a new healed state, not only for ourselves, like I said, our friends, our family, and our world. Bringing this to a new healed state is amazing. This is the sextile, and this is all about the symbiosis. And this is really, we are all symbolically together. We are all linked together. One person hurts something on earth and it hurts all of us. When one person is hurting, we all hurt in some way. So when we really realize that we are still always connected, even if we don't feel connected, once we heal one person, it heals everybody else. We're connected that way energetically. The next card is Cancer, and this is all about the immersion. Immerse yourself in healing. Immerse yourself in what you must heal your body. Kind of bringing that energy in and kind of immerse yourself in for a period of time into an amazing healed state. All of these planets are moving into our favor. All of these planets are moving to bring in this new healed state for us. We also really kind of connect to our galactic center within a few hours of our winter solstice starting. We open up to the galactic center as we kind of like swerve around on Earth. We really open up that galactic energy, and that's going to be bringing in a lot more planetary energy, bringing in Jupiter and its luck. We're going to be bringing in Pluto that wants to bring the negative up so we can let it go. Mercury, anytime we have any problems with communication or communicating with other people, it's going to bring it up so we can see it and change it and move it off. So all of these planets are working in our favor to bring all of this up for us, all of this energy to a new healed state for us. Next, this is the 10th house, and this is the authority. You have authority. I have authority. We all have authority to clear things up and move into a new healed state quickly and quietly and without any fuss or muss or anything else. So this is kind of our authority. You have authority to clear out your past, and I have authority to clear out my past. And when we do, like I said, we allow everybody else to kind of have that authority, that energy to really amplify and really bring ourselves to a new healed state and moving into what's new and different for us. This is Neptune, and this is the visions. When we have visions of what our world possibly could be, it's one of those, I start running at that energy. It's like, oh my gosh, we could have such an amazing planet, amazing energy if we would stop seeing ourselves as separate and see ourselves as united, see ourselves together, see ourselves on the same plane of existence, the same energies. It is going to be an amazing time frame. Next, this is solar calm, and this is all about clarifying. When we clarify our energy, when we clear this up for us, when we cleanse this out, we are going to feel such amazing energy in all of this. We are going to feel this amazing energy of cleansed, ready to go. And when we clarify what our intentions are, when we start clearing this energy out, what is our intentions? What are our intentions to clear this all out? When we set that up, it is going to make everything flow so much easier. Our next card is transitions, and this is all about the climate. The climate on our world during this time frame is really amping us up to cleanse things out, not to hold down energy, to cleanse things up and to amplify the good in our world, amplify our love and our respect and our honoring for everybody, and listening to other people's opinion. Last card, here we go. This is the 5th house, and this is the passion. When we clear this out, there's nothing that is going to stop us. We are going to have such a strong passion for hearing other people's side, clearing things out, and letting old things go. So we're going to be kind of running at that energy for the next 100 and something years or so. So we're going to be running at that energy year after year, kind of clearing out this passion, clearing out. There is no limit to what we can create, what we can bring forward, and what we can accomplish when we're all on the same page. I thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.